Yes, fine. Okay, as part of our last class, we just started database connection, and after that
Yes.
we disconnected, correct? Okay, now we will continue the same thing from the starting. Okay, this is the
Sure.
simple program I have created, JDBC underscore demo, and inside that I have created a simple class JDBC underscore demo dot Java.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, to connect to
Yes.
any database, either MySQL or Oracle or any database, they are the vendors. Okay,
Okay.
so whenever you are trying to get their software, their Oracle software, so they will give you the corresponding vendor jar. So that particular jar you need to add as part of your class path. So how to add it? So just right click over here and click on properties, and there is a Java build path. So you click that one, and if you come to libraries, so there is a second option, add external jars. You click that one, and you need to browse the corresponding jar, then that will be
Okay.
added to your class path. Okay, then
Mm-hmm.
you can able to use their APIs, their class, their methods to connect to a corresponding database. So currently I am trying to connect to Oracle, so that's what I am using, jdbc-oracle.jar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that is about vendor jar. If once jar is available, then we need to write the
Mm-hmm.
JDBC connection program. It's very simple, and it's having maximum some 5 lines of code. That's all. Okay, so this is a simple main class. Okay, so the first line is class dot for name, and this is a standard for each database. So this is for Oracle. In the similar way, if at all if you want to connect to MySQL, MySQL dot JDBC dot driver dot MySQL driver. So that is for MySQL, and this is for Oracle driver. Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the purpose of this line, line number 13? So this is a class actually. This is a package, and this is a class. So we need a class to connect to database. We need a class object, Oracle
Mm-hmm.
driver object. So if you say, if you pass any class here, what it will do? It will create the object of this class inside the JVM, meaning inside the heap.
Okay.
It will create a single object it will create, and it will be available inside the heap. So that is the purpose of line number 13.
Okay.
Okay, now come back to the second line. So to connect to any particular database, we need to give proper credential, correct?
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, the second line is driver manager dot get connection dot, so this is the server URL. So this server is
Mm-hmm.
installed in, this server is installed in my local machine, and this is a port number, and this is the database, and this is specific to Oracle. So you need to give JDBC colon Oracle colon thin colon at the rate of localhost port number a database name.
Okay.
For every database this URL will change. For if you want to connect to other database, you have to change this one, and you have to change this one, and you have to change the username and password.
Yes.
And if the username and password is a valid one, then you can able to get the connection object, database connection.
Okay.
Okay, from the connection we have to get the statement object, create statement.
Okay.
See, connection is a interface, and if you have that interface object, then we can able to call one of the method called create statement, and you will get again statement object. By using statement object, you can able to execute your SQL statements.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So I am executing a very simple SQL statement, like a select star from user info. So user info is a table.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to see what are the records available inside user info, let me connect to database.
Manoj, I have a question.
Yes.
So on the top, you use Oracle as a database, and in the bottom you wrote SQL Server. So are we using two
So this is the
database?
Oracle database where I mentioned SQL. This one.
SQL exceptions that I see in the bottom.
Oh, SQL exception is a standard exception for all SQL related stuff. Say for instance, if there is no this table, if the table name is invalid, so you will get an exception, SQL exception, table cannot be found. If there is a
Okay.
syntax in
This
the query,
means.
say for instance, if there is a spelling mistake,
Uh-huh.
you will get a SQL exception. SQL exception,
Okay.
syntax error. SQL exception, table cannot found. SQL exception,
Oh,
URL is invalid. SQL exception, username and password is incorrect. Something like that. I will show you some failure scenarios. So let me first
okay.
run it and I will,
Oh,
that you will see.
right.
So I'm trying to connect to database and see now I connected and I got the data. So once you execute
Mm-hmm.
the result set, it will give all the results to you. Result set. It is give you how many records are there in our database. It will give you all the results. So that results you have to iterate it.
Mm-hmm.
So say for instance in database if we have 5 rows of data. So this is your database just assume and this is for first row and second row. So this it will give you a result set which is having 5 rows. So in this case just
Mm-hmm.
assume 4 rows. Okay, first the cursor is not pointing to default row. So whenever you are calling rs.next, then if records is there, it is trying to point to the first row. First row. So if it is point to the first row result set, then say for instance if we have here 2 columns. So this is C1 and this is C2, correct? So
Mm-hmm.
if to get the first column value, what you have to do, rs dot get string and you pass the index. This is one way to get, or else rs dot get string you can pass the column name.
I don't understand this one.
See
Sorry.
here we are pointing to first row.
Uh-huh.
So first row is
Oh,
having 2 columns, correct?
correct,
To
correct,
get the
correct.
first row column 1 value, so whether you can pass the index, what is the first row index 1, you can pass the
Oh,
index number or the column number, column name, sorry. So column name is id, either you can pass the column name or index number, so you will get the corresponding value.
okay.
So let me show you the table, exact table. Oracle, how the table was. Start database. Okay, database is started. Now let me connect to the server. So I connect to database and the table name is user info. Select star from user info. So this is our table name. Now let me
Mm-hmm.
run it. How many records are, if you see this one, how many records is there here? Total 5 rows. The first row
Mm-hmm.
is id, name, email, salary and country. So these are the details are available inside the database. So to retrieve the data, what we have to do, to retrieve the first column, we have to give the first column. So what I will do, I will give like this, ID colon ID. So rs dot get string. What is the first column name?
ID.
ID. So I'm giving ID. And in the similar way, I want to retrieve second column as name.
Name.
Name colon. What is the second column name is name. Instead of index, either you can give index or you can give the column name. So I'm giving the column name so that we are clear. And what is the third column? Email. Email plus rs dot email. So email is clear, and the next column is salary and country. Okay, let me write it here. So this one is salary. Salary, and next one is country. So this is the last column, and the column name is country. Okay, now I will run this program and we will see whether we are retrieving all the details or not. We see here, right? So we are retrieving totally 5 rows. This one, ID is 1000, name equal to ABC. Under email, let me add colon here. It is missed, and salary colon and country colon. So let me run it again back. Yes, we see here we are retrieving total 5 records. So ID, name, email, salary and country. The similar way, if you observe here in database side also, we have same number of records. Did you see this one? This data is same, correct? ID
Yes.
is 1000, 1001, 1002, 1003, 4, and name is ABC, XYZ, TZY, TRE, QWE. And the similar way, emails and salary and country. So this is the way we can able to connect to database and we can able to retrieve the data.
Okay. So I cannot practice this one because I don't have Oracle JDBC driver,
You can you
Oracle
can you can
configuration.
install. So if you can install it, I will give you the URL. So from where you need to download, so you can practice it. And Mustafa knows very well because Mustafa took Oracle separate course also. Okay, no
Oh,
problem.
okay. So if I
Yeah,
stuck, I'll check this out.
either you ask me, fine. Either you ask me. If Mustafa is there, you can
Okay.
ask, or else you can ask me, no problem. Oracle,
Okay. If he knows, then you don't have to show.
Oracle database download for Windows 7. So we need to connect to. So yours is Mac or Windows?
No, my one is Windows.
Windows, then fine. Okay, we need to connect to this URL basically.
Okay.
I will give you this chart. So this is the URL where you can able to download the Oracle software. First what you have to do, you have to accept the terms and conditions. Then
Uh-huh.
you want to download for which operating system, for Windows 64,
Uh-huh.
and there are so many softwares are available, utility, Windows, Oracle database, 11G release, Oracle middleware, Oracle 11G grid. So yes, you can download this one. Oracle, sorry, Windows 64 database you can download. So it is, the size is more, but it will take almost some half an hour to install.
Okay.
So whenever you are installing first time, so
Mhm.
you need to, and it will not ask any password, I think. So how to install, how to download this one, I have a separate video. So what
Okay,
I
I
will
can
do,
ask you,
yeah,
right?
I will give you that URL to you. So just if you, but that will take some 1 hour, I think to install and to see, to download and to install. There is a separate video is there. That is, I mean for Mustafa only I took the class, so I will share the video with you. Almost 1 hour. Just you
Okay.
need to see the video how to download this one and how to install it. It will take almost 1 hour.
Okay.
So
Okay, makes
just
sense.
you install it, and after that what you have to do, how to create a simple table. So here I can tell you that one, how to create the table. So because we have already connected to database. So once you install the software,
Mhm.
so we need to create one user. Like here our user is like user one. So if you see here, I created a simple database, user one. So this is your own user, and once you connect to that one, what you have to do, so we need to create a table, this one. So to create a table, I think, 1 second, cancel it. So to create this SQL table, what you have to do, this is the syntax you need to follow. Create table, any name, test, and you need to follow id. This is an integer, and the second column is name, and the data type is varchar. Let's see,
Name is string, no?
here there is no string, here varchar. Name is a string, the string we used to call here varchar. Varchar 2,
Okay.
let me give 100 as a length, 100 character name we are expecting. In the similar way, email, and varchar 2, varchar 2, and so this is some 100 characters. And the next one is salary. Salary is also I'm considering as a int, and the last one is country, and this is I'm considering as a varchar 2 and some 3 character. So this is the
Mm-hmm.
way to create a table first time. So this one also I will send you. The table name is here test, and same
Okay.
columns, almost similar table I'm creating with the similar columns but a different name. Okay, now let me run.
Okay.
First we have to create a table. So something is missing here. Create table, table name, id, int name, varchar 2, email, varchar 2, salary, int, missing right parenthesis. Create table, table name.
Can you make your screen a little bigger?
Oh, you are not able to see my screen? It's
Yeah, I
almost,
do, but it's very tiny.
oh, it's almost bigger only.
Uh-oh.
It's maximum. I already maximized the screen. So
Maybe
you're
it's
not
not.
able to see?
Let me check. Mm, okay, that's fine. Mm-mm.
Okay. Here we need to go int id and and id colon, not deleted, int. Yes, table is created. Now let me drop it. Drop table test.
Drop means delete,
Drop
right?
means I am going to delete the table permanently from database. This table is deleted. Now let me recreate. Name VARCHAR to varchar 200. Email VARCHAR 200. Okay, let me create till two columns. Table is created. Now there is some spelling mistake is there. Two columns is fine. Email worker 100 salary here. Let me give small int CO country VAR. See here the spelling mistake, correct? Varchar
Where
VAR
CH.
CH R is missed.
Okay.
That's what we are not able to create table. So now create it. See VAR CH AR varchar 2. Here we have another bracket. Remove it. Now it will work. Yes. So now table is created. Did you see this one?
Mhm.
Yes. Now table is created. Now the table name is test. So but now data is not there. To insert the data, what you have to do? To see the data, select star from test. Correct? And verify
Select
it. No data found. So just now we created the table, but there is no, we have not inserted any data into this table. Correct?
correct.
So to insert the data, what you have to do? Insert into test values. What is the first column name? Integer.
Integer,
And
right? Yeah.
yeah, second column name is name. So name is ABC. And what is the third column? ABC at the rate of email.com. So this is my email.
Mhm.
And third column is salary. And salary is 130,000 1300. And country is, say for instance, let me give some country, India. So I'm trying to insert one record and run
Mhm.
it. So into is a one word, so we should not separate it and insert it. Yes, one row is inserted. So now
Mhm.
select statement, so one record is available. Correct?
Yes.
Now if you want to read this data, what is the table name here? Test. So we need to replace the
Test.
table name user info to test in our database. Now we can able to see. So instead of username I'm giving test, correct? So this table we created
Oh, so
just now.
you just created a table and you're gonna use those data in here, right?
Yes, that's all. Now let me run it. See, I got the data. User ID is 12, name is ABC, email is abcemail.com, and salary is 13,000,
Oh,
and
yep.
country is India.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy, right?
Yes.
So in a similar way, you can insert one more record. How to insert is just copy the same statement and again back. So you change the ID to 12 to 13 and change the name ABC to some XYZ and change the email also XYZ and change the salary to 17 and change it to some UK and insert the data. Select the row and click on run. So one row is inserted and come back to your, right now how many rows is there in our database?
4.
Two
Mhm.
rows. So this is first row we
Okay.
inserted and second row, correct?
Yes. Three,
Now if
four,
you
five.
will
Five
do
columns. Two rows.
the 5 columns and 2 rows. So run it, you will get
Uh-huh.
2 records. Second one is XYZ and 30. It is clear, right? How to connect to database and how to retrieve the data.
Mm-hmm.
Only these 5 lines, maximum 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 lines. That's all. By using this many lines, you can able to connect to a database and you can able to get the data back.
So usually for the JDBC, most of the time we use while loop, no?
Yes, so because we don't know how many records are available, correct? So that's what.
Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
Say you were asking, right, why we are using SQL exception, correct?
Yes, now I understand because on the top you wrote Oracle. I thought on in the bottom it's supposed to be
No, this is a generic
Oracle
exception.
exception.
No, there
You
is
know?
no Oracle exception. There is no database related exception. It is a generic exception. If say for instance now we are giving select star from test. Say for instance now table name I am giving select star from one test, some dummy table name. So this table is not existed. Let me run it. What will happen? See its failure. What is saying clearly? Table or view does not exist of type SQL exception.
Yes.
So you understood right now?
Yeah.
Okay, now I will do another mistake. So I'm giving syntax error. Select star. So instead of that I'm giving some, this SQL statement is wrong, correct?
Yes.
Syntax is wrong. Now I'm running it. Did you see this one?
Mm-hmm.
So invalid SQL statement.
Mm-hmm.
So in this,
So in order to run JDBC, you also have to know how to run the comments on, I mean, run the queries on SQL, like
yes, yes.
select star from
Yeah,
test.
this is a separate course actually I used to take. So at least you should be aware. Simple select statement.
Okay.
I used to, it will take some almost some 20-25 days to get to know full Oracle database related on how to create a query and how to create table and how to insert the data and what are the different types of select statements, how to get the data if we have two tables like a student and courses, two relationship tables, so how to get the data and all. So I will show you the course content. You will get some rough idea at least.
Oh, I see.
In this course Mustafa joined. He was attended for a weekend but not fully. Only half of the course Mustafa attended. After that he
Oh,
started looking for job, then he became busy, then he was not able to attend.
uh,
Oracle, SQL, PSQL.
uh-huh,
So as part of this course,
uh-huh,
like how to install the software, that is the first one.
uh-huh, uh-huh,
Basic SQLs, how to create the table. Just now we saw, right? How I
mm-hmm,
created one simple table. So
mm-hmm.
this is create table, correct?
Yes, correct.
And what is else? There are so many things. How to create sequence, how to insert the data, and how
Yeah,
to
we saw
select the
this.
data, and how to describe the table. Say for instance now
Uh-huh.
I had given this table to you. Just only I had given only test. If you want to know how many columns are available and what is the data type, what you have to do, how to get to know the data. So there is a command called describe and table name and run this query and you will get, see these are the table details. Table schema meta details. See there is a column called ID and the data type is number. There is a second column name and it is a varchar 2 and length is 100 characters. So you will
Mm-hmm.
get description of your database table structure.
Okay.
So this is a table structure. By using this query you can able to get table structure and by using this query you can able to get the table data.
Mm-hmm.
So all those things I used to explain with this course, and after that we have some other keys like primary key, foreign key. There is so many concepts. All these are
Mm-hmm.
like Oracle course.
Mm-hmm.
So this is clear, right?
Yes, this is clear.
So this is the way we can able to connect to database, and you can able to get the data back.
Okay.
Let me run it whether it's working or not.
So we don't do that much of coding. Just
This many
to
line,
read and write, right?
this much lines is enough for to read. In the similar way, if at all if you want to insert the data, so here you need to write insert into table, table name and values. So this
Okay.
query,
Do
whatever
you
you need.
mind comment out the thing over there? Or,
So here whatever you have written here, right? The same thing you have
uh-huh.
to execute from your Java.
Oh, okay. Insert into test.
Correct, exactly. So here what you have to do.
Thank
So here you need to paste the query as it is,
you. Mm-hmm.
and so here let me give here 14, and here let me give MNO. I'm hard coding the values. In general, you can pass dynamically also.
Okay.
Maybe you can read from user. So in this way, I can able to execute the query. Now let me run it. So it is saying something wrong. Invalid SQL statement. Insert into test values 14 MNO.
Mm,
So what we have to do here? Missing comma. MNO gmail.com. Insert into test values 14 MNO. So here. So colon got missed. MNO 13. Yes. Okay. This one. So this single quotes we cannot give directly over here. So we need to add some padding character. I will get that one. Can call execute update. And stop this one. Try to write it. We didn't print anything, but let's go to database. and select star from run it. Did you see this one?
Uh-huh.
All the records is inserted. MNO, correct? So this is the one I have inserted from the program. 14 MNO gmail.com, correct?
Okay.
Now I will give some different name. Just I am giving. So this is a record I want to insert it. Now the name is GGJ and ID is 15. Now let me run the program. Yes. So success. There is no issues. There is no failure. And now if you want to verify the record, what you have to do? So self start from, and did you see this one?
Mm-hmm.
Your record came, correct?
Yep.
So this is the way you can able to insert the data also. Same whatever query I have written here, just I copy pasted and I changed the value, correct?
Okay.
Insert into
Yep.
test values ID, table name, call email, salary and country. We need to call here
Mm-hmm.
execute update for inserting the data and execute query for retrieving the data.
Okay.
It is clear, right?
Yes.
So this is the way you can insert the data and to retrieve the data.
Okay. Makes sense.
To retrieve, and this is for to insert. It is clear, right, this example?
Yes.
Okay. And tomorrow we will connect and we will see some other thing. Okay.
Okay. We'll do the JDBC, or JDBC is done.
JDBC is done. We will see that JDK5 features like for loop, and enums,
Oh,
all
this is
those things.
important.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, do well for those things, yeah, because
Yes, that we will see
I
tomorrow.
got some questions.
Yeah.
Operators also?
Sorry?
Operators? Did I say it right?
Operators mean you want to know that variables declaration?
Yes. I
Yeah,
mean,
we will.
operators.
Operator
Yeah.
means like a integer x equal to a plus b. Plus is operator here.
Oh no,
In
like logical operators.
logical operators means same like greater than, less than. Conditional
Okay.
operators. All these are operators like integer, boolean,
Control.
equal to a.
Back, continue those things. I don't.
Yeah, I will take you that one also. I will spend some time tomorrow for that one also.
Okay, no problem. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Take
Yeah.
care.
Thanks. Yeah. Bye.